Dude, what's up?
What's up, man?
I was sitting there looking at that dead screen for a while.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know. I don't know what the problem was.
The heck, that new avatar you got going?
Yeah, is that all you saw?
Yeah, it was just a big
Weird.
old screen that just had your new logo picture. You
Oh
know,
yeah, yeah. I had the camera off for a minute while I was doing some typing, so you didn't just log in and see my face.
yeah. So that's the only thing that showed up.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Oh, not much. How you doing? Hey man, I
Good, man.
like your new look on your site.
Yeah, dude. We're definitely doing some updates, and this it's definitely not finished. It's a work in progress for sure still, but yeah, it's going good.
That's cool.
You like the new cover art?
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, it's the cover
Cool.
art. That looks good.
Yeah, man, the other one, you couldn't really even see the logo. You couldn't see, and I don't know, like, I got a bump right after I changed that. Like, I got a bump in downloads. I got a
Really?
bump in, yeah, and then I had like 12 people request to join the Facebook group all yesterday. So,
I wonder if it's because of the new art or if it's because maybe the SEO search throws it out there more. Is there
yeah,
something to
maybe,
do with the
maybe. I mean,
algorithm?
I could definitely, I could be ranking for some stuff that maybe I wasn't before, which is cool. But,
Yeah.
um, but I definitely think the new cover art helped because I got like a noticeable difference in episode downloads after I posted that. So it's before you really couldn't see the logo that well. You couldn't really make it out. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. No, I like the new look. I think it's cool.
good man. Yeah, I bit the bullet and paid a guy I found in Belarus. It was like $50 or whatever, but still, yeah,
So so when you contracted with the guy, did you just say, "Hey, I want a new some new cover art"? Did you say, "Here's some ideas," or did you
yeah.
say, "How'd you do that?"
I took some screenshots of all the ones on iTunes that I liked. Sent them over
Hmm.
to him and said, kind of roughed me up something together, and he put some ideas together, and then that's what I got back. And after a couple tweaks, it worked out pretty well. And I don't always get that lucky with designers. You know what I mean? I really don't. So
Well, it's kind of like grabbing internet in a bag in the dark. You don't really know what you're going to get.
yeah, and when I find one, I'm really, really excited about it. So
So if you need any other stuff, you just go directly to him, huh?
exactly, exactly. I'm definitely gonna keep using it, man, for sure.
Yeah,
It's nice.
Belarus is pretty
It's
wild.
nice. It's nice when you find one, man. It's a challenge, because I like to stay true to the theme and not spend a ton of money on stuff. You know what I mean? And just try and figure it out. So
Well, I mean, if you look on iTunes and all the podcasts and stuff, and you look at the art, and I mean, there's some I mean, most of it is pretty good,
sure.
but I mean, none of it's Michelangelo. I
No,
mean, it's
no.
I mean, but it's catching. I think.
Yep. Gets the job done. And I think you can really see, what the show's about now. So I think that's really going to help. You can actually read the logo because before you couldn't really read a lot of the logo, and it was an issue for sure. So,
Yeah.
gonna rat it out, man, for sure. What's new with Flip?
Oh man, just you know, struggling on green guys.
Yeah.
You know, well, it's
Still waiting.
because it's out of my hands. It's trying to set up a meeting with the right folks in D.C. For the with the feds, and they're it's like pushing a rope.
Have you tried your local congressman at all?
Yeah, actually, I have a friend who's actually friends with Johnny Isaacson, and we were actually just talking today yeah,
Good.
about it, and talking about setting up a meeting with him, and then if just some names, hey, some
Yeah.
contacts, the right guys in the highway administration. So we're gonna pursue that. I'm going to continue pursuing. I mean, at the highest level, the director level at the highway administration, because if they get enough calls from me, at least maybe the name will stick. And then when Isaacson walks in and says, "Hey, I got these guys, green guys," they'll go, "Oh yeah, I remember the name." There may be an association.
Good, man, that's good. That's good. Yeah, it's funny. Years ago, when I opened up a consumer division for a wholesale company, we had this whole green theme, and we made the decision to power some of the signs with a solar panel and a windmill and stuff, and we got all that stuff set up, and I immediately called my local state reps, the state senator and state congressman or house rep, because this was '08, '09 when the whole green thing was really kind of taking off, and yeah, they came in, the paper came in to some of the locations and did a write-up, and it was good exposure.
Yeah.
And anytime they can get behind something like that that's like business oriented, but it's also environmental friendly, they can get their face next to that headline. But that's how I phrased it to them. Because I did all the outreach. I emailed them and I said, hey, we're a green business pumping money into these local economies. We're very much a business, but we're also environmentally friendly. So why don't you come by and get in on that with us? You know what I mean? And they were more than happy to do that. So
Well, the interesting thing on this one, the holdup on this is not any of that. All that is, welcome with open arms. The issue is the digital advertising.
yeah,
It's
sure,
the digital media because the MUCs, the federal MUCs, prohibit that.
yeah,
And I'm sure it's a legacy guideline in there from back when, when digital advertising, when electronic billboards first started showing up, off the right of way of the roads. And they were thinking, well, cars are going to start running into each other and people are going to be running off the road looking at these signs and all that. Well, that's proven not to be true at all. But
right.
you still have this guideline that says within our right of way you can't have it. But my point to them is going to be it's no more distracting than the sign that's sitting up on the side of the road, or even your directional signs with your road crews in the road.
Not even that. The ones that do travel updates, traffic updates,
Yeah, the
morning
ones
closures,
exactly.
mornings, all that. Those are all digital.
Yeah, so the problem is they've got this thing in there, and when the state of Florida took it to the feds and said, hey, we want to sponsor this, you had some guy looked at it and says, well, no, article whatever says you can't do it, so you can't do it. It's not like it's a bad idea. It's like,
Right.
well, this says you can't, so you can't. So I've got to go to the guy who can make the change or give me the variance in that for what we're doing.
Sure.
A guy that doesn't take his brain out sit on the side of the desk when he gets to work and actually,
It's a slow process, man. Government's slow. They take their time. So
well, and the key is finding the right people. I mean, I was able to find the right people at the state of Florida. I mean, I went all the way up to the secretary level and I got them. They were on board. They love it. But so I got to do the same thing at the federal level. So anyway, so while I've been messing around with that stupid thing, um, I've been messing around with that, Cool Yard and Home website and thing that
yeah,
I was
dude, good,
talking
good.
about in the past. Yeah. In fact, I spent like 3 or 4 hours a day on a WordPress webinar. It's
Yep.
4 different 1 hour segments of webinar on WordPress, which was pretty enlightening.
Oh, just like training, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
I
Good.
mean,
Good.
yeah, there's a guy that from iTheme that puts it out,
Okay. Yep.
and it's good. And I learned a few things on that because I've been building this website and things I'm going, what is this and what is this, and it kind of straightened me out on some of that today.
Good. Good, man. I got a guy. He's super cheap, dude. Super affordable, and so I know enough to be dangerous, but anymore, my time's spent better creating content, podcast episodes, blog posts, reaching out,
Right.
all that stuff. Man, I pay him like, dude, I pay him like $50 a month, and he
Oh
comes
wow.
by and does whatever pretty much I need him to do and sets stuff up, and and he knows the back end too, so like the hosting and all that kind of stuff. It's real clean code, real easy to work with. He's an Australian guy, super nice. His name's Jamie. If you ever run into stuff, man, if you just have like a question, you know
Uh
what I
huh.
mean? I mean, it's
Yeah.
cool if you want to do it on your own, no big deal. But if you ever have like a question like that, just email me a screenshot, man, and I'll put you in touch with him, and he can
Okay.
definitely fill you in on whatever specific issues you have. So
Yeah, I appreciate that, and I'll probably take you up on it. Right now, I'm kind of putzing along, and so it's, I say time isn't of the essence, but every time I spent doing it, is wasted. I could be doing something else, like you've
Yeah.
learned, and I know that. But I'm kind of, you know, trying to get to them. I'm still actually in my mind trying to figure out exactly what I want this thing to do.
Sure.
You know,
Sure.
so, and I don't have my head totally wrapped around that yet. In other words, I don't have the finished product totally visualized.
Just start with a blog. Just start writing posts, man, and start
Yeah.
publishing posts, and then fill the rest in later.
Well, and everything I read, everything I listen to, all that says exactly start. Yes, ready, shoot, aim.
Yep.
And I understand all that. So I think once I just get this shell of a website up,
Sure.
like what my big question right now is, if I'm using, I've got a landing page, and the landing page is going to drive back to my website. How does the landing page and the website, how do they interact? I don't get that. Are they two separate? Are they two separate domains?
So no. So the way I use mine, like if you go to dirtcheapstartup.com/awesome, right? That's
Yeah.
where I give away this new 50 free tools, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lead magnet. You just download it. It's a one pager,
Right.
right? That's
Well,
it.
I have that. I actually have. What is it?
Or
What?
so that's /awesome, right?
Yeah.
So it's still dirtcheapstartup.com. It's just the extension /awesome. So if you want to do a landing page, you can do whatever you want on a landing page. You just have to make sure it's whatever the domain is slash something, whatever you want to call it. It's just another page on your website, is all it is.
Okay. So it's just no. I just set it up as a page because I
Yep.
think I'm using uh what is it, lead page, lead
Yep.
page. And I have one built. I just didn't know, so I just need to put that in my website, right? Is that what you're saying?
You need to download the plugin.
Oh, I do. Okay.
Yep. Nick, you there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
What's up, brother?
Not much.
Flip and I are just talking about the lead pages plugin.
Oh God, don't.
Flip's definitely he's one of our early mastermind groups. This is Nick. This is your first time on the group, yeah? Nick, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm cutting in and out. I'm not
It's
sure
all
if my
good.
Wi-Fi signal in the basement.
No worries. Well, welcome to the group, man. We're glad you're here.
Thanks.
So, um, Flip, do you know Nick at all? Have you've been seeing some of his posts
No,
in the group?
no, I don't know. What's Nick's last name? Maybe I've seen him, but I don't recognize the first name.
Barry.
Nick Berry.
Yep.
Yeah, I may have seen you doing some responding, some posting in the group on Facebook.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Hey, nice to meet you.
You too.
Flip's down in Florida. He's an engineer by trade, a world traveler. He's usually in a hotel room for these meetings, working on some pretty cool side projects. Nick does thankfully.
I'm in Atlanta, but I
Atlanta.
travel.
I'm sorry, Atlanta. God, did you used to live in Florida? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I'm originally from Florida, and we've talked a
Right.
couple of times when I was traveling in Florida.
Right. Right. That's it.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Hey, it's hard to keep up with me, man.
Yeah, it is. It is. Nick does thankably. Am I saying that right, Nick?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's thinkably. It's
Thankably. Yep.
That's
That's
right.
the
Yeah, I remember now.
that's the
Yep.
handwritten thank you cards.
Right.
Yep.
kind of taken off. It's been kind of crazy the last month.
That's good, man. That's good. Nick definitely has more technical chops than you or I do, Flip. So
I did freelance web development for about 5 years prior to 2009.
Oh wow. Okay.
I learned everything before we had WordPress and all these other nice tools. I was doing everything by hand for 5
listen,
years.
dude, the first interaction I had was in 1997, and it was in high school. It was Internet Publishing was the name of the class, and that's when we had GeoCities and flashing GIFs and scrolling marquee texts, and we were really happy, and we could make that work on a website. So, yeah,
Well,
we've
I'll
come a
just have
long
to
way.
tell you. when I was in college, we were still using card readers
Yeah.
with Fortran Watt 4 and Watt 5, dude.
I've seen it. I've seen a punch card reader.
Excellent. So Flip, yeah. So all you need to do, man, is look plugins, add new, type in lead pages, activate that lead pages plugin, and
Okay.
then once you activate that, right, there'll be a little drop down box that you can select whatever landing page it is that you've created,
Right.
and then it'll say your domain / and then you type in whatever you want it to say after that. So.
Oh, awesome.
Yep, you'll want to click the drop down, select. There's 3 options. You'll want to select like normal page, and
Yeah.
then type in whatever you want the page name to be. So you can also set it to be your home page. You can just select home page, and then it'll just be your home page. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, I see. Yeah, I've already got a homepage and some other stuff, so I'll probably just throw it in there. I just want it to drop in, just I think just another page. I
yep. So
think.
just what you want to do, man, is just YouTube.com and then type in lead pages plugin, and there's a ton of like how to installs and how to set it up and all that. So just type in lead pages WordPress plugin in YouTube.
All right, I'm gonna take a note here.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of tutorials and stuff for that. So cool. Hey Nick, man, what's going on? Things are going well. Taking off the last month. What's new? How's it going?
Well, right now I'm just trying to generate more sales. Getting some repeat business, which is good. Just turned the month, and actually had no churn, which is nice.
Nice.
So all repeat business on the first week's orders for the month. Next week I'm going to meet with a
You cut out on us a little bit there, Nick.
he may actually start writing cards for me.
You cut out a little bit. You're going to meet with who?
At Fulfillment Center
Nice.
here in Des Moines, and we're going to talk about pricing and see what's available, and if they can do it.
What's a fulfillment center?
Basically, what they typically do is they source product. You send products and they ship things out for you, kind of like what Amazon does. But
Gotcha. Okay.
they're much smaller, but it's a local Iowa State graduate who started it a few years ago, and he started off with just a few companies, and now he's doing $4 million in revenue a year.
Nice.
That's good, man. Hey, and then especially if they're local, right? It's
Thank you, cards.
that's even better. You know what I mean? You're in Iowa. My cousin Mike is in Iowa. I think he's in Cedar Rapids, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he went to
Yeah.
Lav College, I think.
Oh, I'm not from Iowa. I just live here.
Gotcha.
Hey, Eric, that's a guy that you might want to talk to about doing a podcast with you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're definitely gonna get Nick on for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think
Yeah. Something that sounds like my daughter's flipping out.
you're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, so that's good, man. That's interesting. So no churn, things are going well. One thing, so first blush, business offices, right? So when I was in inside sales a few years ago, selling software, right? Thank you cards weren't something that we typically did, but I think it would be a nice touch, right? So, but most people just handed it to the admin, and she kind of wrote out the thank you card and then sent it out. You know what I mean? So there was really only the cost of postage there, but that was unique, right? I don't think a lot of admins are going to do that at offices, or small businesses are even going to be that forward thinking. So I think there's man. What has it been mostly? Has it been mostly consumers or businesses, Nick?
All right, just got back. All of my sales have been to businesses.
Cool. Good. Nice.
Yeah.
Small. Do you know? Are they small offices?
Auto dealers and real estate.
Ah, nice, perfect. Insurance, I think, would be someone you could hit too.
I've been trying to get my foot in the door.
Yep.
A lot of them, especially the brokers, I can get my foot in the door and they'll talk to me. But the agents, like the farmers agents and stuff like that, they all have corporate support for that stuff,
Okay.
and they don't pay for it out of pocket. It's part of their franchise costs,
Got it.
so they don't care.
Huh.
Um,
Interesting.
even though they all get thrown away.
Right.
Brought in my local farmer's agents the 25 cards he sent me in the last 3 months.
Yep.
He said, see, these are trash. You should be sending these, my
Right.
handwritten cards. And he goes, I don't pay for them. I was like, that's just a waste of resources and time.
Huh.
So,
You know, Nick, another market that may be good for you is small scale home builders or remodelers.
Yeah.
remodelers, yep. I actually hit up a home show a couple weeks ago here in Des Moines,
Yeah.
and got some really good feedback from them. Most of them, most of the guys that I did talk to were actually builders, not remodelers.
Yeah.
Because the remodelers, they're kind of, I don't know what the thing is. They don't advertise, they don't market. I'm like, well, don't you want to get referrals?
Well, you've got to hit kind of the large scale remodelers, the top 10 in an area. Yeah, you're right. The guy in a truck's not gonna. He's not.
Oh, these were guys who were buying booth space and stuff at the trade show, so
Right.
I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, and the problem with the big builders, the guys that are big. I mean, usually when they sell a house, they're showing up with a gift basket and on moving day, if they're smart, they're
Yep.
showing up with a gift card for $100 to Chili's.
Yep.
So because their stuff's not all unpacked yet. That's what I used to do on mine anyway. I did. On moving day when they start moving in, I'd show up on day. I'd say, hey, make sure everything's all right, and I'd say, here's a Longhorn gift card for $100 or whatever. You don't have your kitchen unpacked yet, so go to dinner.
Yep.
That's important, man. That's nice. When I had that Jonathan Potoshnik on the podcast, man, the service business guy, man, it's really interesting because my first blush is word of mouth. Just give out, hand out referral discounts, right? And he's like, well, this is lawn mowing, of course, which is different, but instead of just handing out those referral discounts, I just gave out gift cards for a free mow. So give this to your friend, and we'll come by and mow their lawn for free.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, so it was like instead of like a referral discount, it was an actual gift card. So they felt like they were giving someone a gift, which they were. So I don't know if you could work that in somehow, but I thought that was really awesome, man. It was like give the gift of having somebody's lawn mowed or whatever.
Yeah.
It was an interesting take that I honestly didn't see coming.
And
Yeah,
talk about cheap advertising.
Sorry, but that's kind of our next thing is promotion through referral gifts. I've talked to several people about that. And basically, because I did this I literally did this on a $50 budget. I started the whole thing. So the revenue I'm putting into it is basically going in to fund everything else the next 3 months. Then once I'm cash flow positive and not paying for development stuff and stuff like that, then I'm going to hit it hard and start saying, okay, here's 25 credits, give them to somebody you know.
Perfect. That's awesome. Yeah, give the gift of thankably. I like it, man. I like it.
So Nick, who actually writes the cards?
Right now, it's me.
Okay. So you're the stenographer.
What's that?
You're the stenographer?
Well, I wouldn't call it stenography, what I do. It's legible. But the feedback I've gotten is people don't want perfect handwriting on them because their handwriting's not perfect.
Right.
Hey, you ought to sub to me if you want imperfect handwriting.
Yeah. So what about companies like MailLift and things like that that kind of do similar things?
MailLift.
You cut out, Nick. What'd you say?
Had 891 customers. They do a customer count.
You cut out, Nick. What'd you say?
Last time I checked, they had 891 customers.
Okay.
Sales organizations, same market I'm hitting, but they're hitting companies that have Salesforce in place, so large enterprises. I'm not really hitting, though we are getting some inroads in some large auto dealers. Really not my target market. I'd love to get. We're maybe working with Lithia Motors, which is the
Yeah.
largest car dealer in the country. I've had a couple phone meetings with general managers and regional managers here in Iowa.
Nice.
I got to basically get on board as an approved vendor for them, and then we can talk.
Good, man. Good. Excellent.
So, but yeah, Mail Lift, they literally do the same. Once the idea came about, I found Mail Lift and I said, I'm going to copy exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
And besides site design and back end, we're offering the same thing. You send a sample out to everybody who requests one. We handwrite it. We handwrite the envelope just like we do regular service. When they get the card also has basically email me when you get this, and I will send one card to your customer for free. Really good response on those leads with that. It's the same. And basically, what I did is I went through Mail Lift's order process and copied it.
Got it.
So it's been kind of crazy. Last week I went and met at an accelerator meeting, and Startup Accelerator out of Omaha wants me to apply. I don't know if I'm going to do it because I've already cashed a positive technically, besides what I'm spending for projects. I don't know if I want VC money if I'm going to go that route.
So it's a lot of work, right? Accelerator's a lot of work to apply, to get in, the expectations, the hours, things like that.
Yep. Well, I still have a full-time job. I
Right.
manage an agricultural supply company, and I still have a full-time job with that, and I have a lot of responsibilities there. Unless this is making what my wife and I agreed to is 2 or 3 times my salary,
Yep.
I really can't walk away. I get paid a lot of money to not do a lot of work at my day job.
Right.
So I don't know if the accelerator, because they want, the accelerator wants 3 months, basically.
Yep. They want your life, man. For
For
sure.
3 months. I have a 2-year-old, and I'm definitely not leaving her for 3 months. And my wife isn't going to move.
Right. Moving's the hard part, man.
It was nice getting that kind of feedback, and the recruitment team saying you need to be in our accelerator was really nice.
Sure.
But I was like, well, why don't you guys just buy some cards from me, and we'll just work it out that way.
Right. Then we'll all be friends.
Yep.
Good, man. It's
Yeah, I've been trying to write. I've had a couple different podcasts, friends who run podcasts, talk to them about what I'm doing, and they all say, you need to write how you did this for $50, because no one can do a startup for $50 and be making money in a week.
right.
Well,
It's very
the right thing you can.
Yeah, and that's why, like, if you read, like, the story of sumo jerky, right? How Noah Kagan created that.
Yep.
Things like that, man. They get a lot of traction. People pay a lot of attention to them. They give you a lot of good free press.
And that's kind of. I keep cutting out, I think.
You do. Are you on cellular or Wi-Fi,
No,
or what are you on?
I'm on my laptop on my Wi-Fi, but I'm trying to see what's I got. I moved my office into our basement, in
Gotcha.
the bar in my basement, and it's not perfect for streaming.
Sure. Need to run a Ethernet cord, drill a hole in the floorboard, man.
I'm not drilling another hole in my floor.
Right in the corner, man. That's how the DirecTV guy does it.
Oh, I know. Well, I sit like my office is I have my flat screen TV sits on the bar.
Yep.
And I sit behind that. Trust me, I'm just not. I'll just keep it the Wi-Fi.
Okay, buddy. I won't force you.
Yeah. I don't want to drill any more holes.
Yeah. Good, man. That's good. Traction's good. And we're definitely going to set you up to come on the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely want to tell the story. think it'd be good. And that's good, man. I want to pull you guys a little bit about the group, the site, and then I'm gonna tell you about something that I'm gonna launch on the podcast probably next week. It's kind of a new thing going up. I mean, we'll just do ready fire. Whoever wants to answer, first, go ahead. What's your engagement like been in the group? What's your feedback? Is it valuable? Is it helping you? Give me some of the highlights that you like about the group. If you have any negatives or anything like that, let me know. Because I really want the Facebook group to be, a good, engaged, thriving community. And I was just telling Flip earlier, we had like 13 new additions yesterday, and I don't know if it's because the only thing I can really link this to is updating the podcast cover art. So I don't know if, more people. I mean, I definitely had an uptick in downloads, so I don't know if that correlated to more group members or what. I don't know. But give me your feedback on kind of what the group's been like, the engagement, the feedback, anything you have, man. Just lay it on me.
I'd like to see more. I haven't seen a whole lot of activity in the group. I'd like to see more.
Okay.
More people talking about what they're doing. That's all. I haven't really seen any negativity in the group, which is nice and rare.
No spam, right? Been trying to really help make sure no spam gets through. So,
yeah, I haven't seen any spam.
Yeah. Flip, man, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's good. So far, I mean, there's just doesn't seem to be a lot of mass engagement yet. And I'm equally guilty as probably more than anybody. But but I think the concept is good, and I think engagement will breed engagement.
Yep.
And we just need to do our part to make it more, make it better, to get it more lively and active. I mean, you do a great job. I notice you. I mean, you're out there, you're posting, doing the right thing. It's just you're not getting much support from us. And
well, I fear that I post too much though too at times. You know what I mean? So I don't want to overload it.
Nah, I don't think so, because I think people talk about how much you post, or not you, but how much one post in something, and I think it's all about the content. I mean, I think if you're talking about what you had for breakfast, people, I mean, all the time, nobody wants to hear that. But if you're throwing stuff out there that when you're finished reading, you're going, "I'm glad I read that," then I don't think, whether it's 3 times a day or 8 times a day, it matters.
I agree.
I mean, there's things that I listen to. There's, just like you do, I'm sure. There's Twitter and on Facebook and whatever. You've got some go-to guys, people you follow, and certain people that show up on there. You read everything that they write because it's interesting. It's good stuff. And then other people, you'll skim it because it's, sometimes it's interesting, but a lot of times it's not. I think it's all about the quality of content. Really.
Got it. Cool. That's good feedback, man. All right, so I definitely gotta have dinner with the wife here in a few minutes, so I'm gonna be jumping off soon. But I definitely wanted to let you guys know about a new project. So, and I posted it, I think, in the group once or twice, marketingmarket.net. Very much in the customer development phase, but what I'm going to do, it's a marketplace, right, for lead magnets. So if you want to create an ebook or a checklist or a cheat sheet or whatever, an industry report, right, it's going to be a marketplace full of templates. We're going to launch with 15 ready to go. Real estate, insurance, apps, SaaS kind of marketing stuff, and then general marketing. So it's going to be ebooks, checklists, resource guide. Basically, you come by the marketplace, you download a template, and you just add your texts and your logo. They're all going to be editable PDFs, right? So that's the premise of Marketing Market as it stands. But I'm gonna go through every single step of that process on the podcast, right? So from conception to building to selling to the whole nine. My question to you is, would it be more beneficial to do one-on-one, where this week on the podcast there's the normal interview, and then a couple days later there's the startup show where it's all about the project and we're building it, because I want the audience to be very engaged as we build this product. I want everybody to have input. I want to build it together with my audience. Or would it be more beneficial to just go on a startup binge and forego the interview shows, or would it still be good to sprinkle them in? What do you guys think? Nick, what do you think, man?
I think the startup. I love startup binges. I don't know if you listen to One Day Business Breakthrough, but I love their interviews. But I love the fact they're going through and helping every day. I think you going through every week what you're working on and what you're doing would be an amazing thing to listen to every week. Interviews I take are, a lot of times on the podcast as an interview, a lot of times I'll skip it.
Yep.
I want actionable content. That's what I'm listening to. The only podcast I listen to that isn't actionable content is Grant Cardone, because he's hilarious. And but the rest of them, for them, almost all of them, I listen for actionable content, how they're doing something, how to do this, what can be done better, stuff like that.
Got it. Flip, man, what do you think?
Well, I see it a little differently than Nick in that I actually enjoy the interviews because I always seem to pick out a tool or an idea or something out of those interviews. So, so I actually like that format, and when you ask them what their favorite tool is or whatever, and they kind of talk about it, I think that's interesting to see what other people are using and how they're using it. So I get some things out of that. As you were saying, one-on-one or whatever, the first thing that came to my mind was, could you do both in the same podcast? In other words, could you do your standard, and I don't even know if it makes sense, but could you do your standard interview and then roll in a 15 minutes of where you are on your project at the same time? I get some things out of that. As you were saying, one-on-one or whatever, I was, the first thing that came to my mind was
Marcus.
Hey guys.
Hey
Marcus, what's up?
Dude, what's going on? Nice.
I don't even know if it makes sense, but could you do your
Marcus, do you have? I think.
And
We're kind of watching a broadcast, and I think we're a little delayed or something.
Yeah, I'm hearing my voice.
So am I. That's funny. Marcus, man, glad to see you, my brother. Glad to see you.
Man, I've been trying to make it.
Nick,
I'm on daddy daycare today.
Nice. Nick, man, Marcus just jumped on. He runs Sweet 59 Tees. It's a screen printing shop in D.C. Nick is on. He's part of the Facebook group. He runs thankably.com. It's the handwritten thank you cards.
Oh, how's it going there, Nick? I've been listening to you guys. I just haven't been able to participate.
All right. Nice to meet you, Marcus.
Nice to meet you. Where are you located?
I'm in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, you're out there.
Yeah, I'm out there.
I've been out there before. It's actually quite nice.
It is. As long as it's not wintertime, it's really nice here.
Yeah. I'm a winter guy. I'm a skier, so I'm all good with that.
We don't have any hills, so it doesn't help.
Cross country.
Snow without hills is no good.
No.
That's funny, dude. Marcus, man, what's going on? Let's get an update. I just told these guys I definitely got to be off here in a few because I got to have dinner with the wife before she goes to work. But
okay.
What's going on, man? Give us an update.
I'm busier than ever. I'm basically learning how to run a business now. That's I've had a big uptick in business, but I wasn't running the business correctly.
Sure.
So
Okay.
I was doing a lot of work without a lot of pay. So
Got
I
it.
had to rearrange my pricing. I've fallen off on my marketing. I got caught up with not having a website, and I've been working on it. But I should have just kept doing what I've been doing instead of listening to other people saying, "Oh, you can't really push it without the website." And I was doing quite fine without a website, you know. So
Yeah, sure you can. Sure you can.
yeah, yeah. So I got
Right.
caught up in that thing there, so I fell off the wagon a little bit. But business is good. Business is good. I mean, I can't complain. I just had to get the pricing down. I was
Yeah.
doing a lot of work, and at the end of the month, I didn't have a lot of money in my pocket. So
Sure. Sure. So you adjusted, you raised prices. Yeah, are you still hitting up food trucks? I mean, have you moved on to a different target market, or you kind
well,
of?
food trucks, I left them alone. I went through every food truck within a 50-mile radius,
Yeah.
and now I'm on nonprofits. I think we have a
Perfect.
couple hundred in the city, so I'm actually actively sending things out to them now. I
Good,
want to
man.
send you guys my I want you to see my email letter that I'm sending to people, so you guys can critique it. Maybe
Yeah.
let me
Yeah.
know where I'm at and things like that.
Yeah. You got it, man.
But
You
all
got
is
it, Mark.
well.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm a little down right now. I'm not happy with how I've been going recently, but I'm getting it back together.
That's good, man. You adjusted prices, right? You saw an issue, you took action, right? You made the necessary changes. Now you just got to keep selling the shit out of it, man.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, sales is a miracle drug, man. It cures a lot of things.
Yes, it does.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes, it does.
entrepreneurial cocaine, man. It really is. So um, hey, you know what, man? Corrections happen. Sometimes you get caught looking the other way, especially pricing, right? You got it all.
Yeah.
Sounds like you got it down, though. That's good. So, nonprofits, you got a good target market. Send me that email. Send us all that email,
Yeah,
man. I'll be
I'll send you guys the email as soon as we get off the night, and I might be
more,
able to do it now, actually.
yeah, more than glad, man. More than glad to take a look at that. I'm sure Flip would be too. But
Yeah, me
and
too.
Marcus, let me tell you something. Nick, let me tell you something too. Something I learned. So, the mishap for the last meeting. At the meeting before that, it was just. No, the meeting before that, it was Ryan and I. But the meeting before that, it was just Flip and I. And let me tell you something I learned about Flip. Flip has a knack with a pen, my friend.
Oh.
He does. He does. He read me some content that he had created for a side project he's probably getting into. He read me a piece of content that he wrote for that, and let me tell you, the man knows how to paint a picture. So
Mm.
you're gonna get some awesome feedback from Flip, dude, because that guy knows how to write, and
Oh,
that's no
his
lie.
middle name is Copyright.
Dude, I'm telling you.
That's good.
I'm telling you right now, the guy can write. I'm telling you right now. I was thoroughly impressed. So it's I was
Thanks, Eric.
yeah, man, very much impressed, very much. So you're gonna get some great feedback here, Marcus, for sure. Cool. So, and I don't want to cut it short, but definitely
Hey, you better go
definitely
take care of that dinner with your wife, or you're
I
in
have
trouble.
to. I have to for sure.
Go for it, man.
Um, I don't know if I. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna mute myself and I'm gonna turn the video off. If you guys want to continue and talk and share and work with each other, man, feel free. Because Marcus, you just got here. Nick, I don't know if
Yeah.
you're going to be able to hang around. Flip, I don't know if you got
Actually,
time.
I got to run, tuck a daughter in myself, so I gotta
Okay.
cut it short myself.
All right.
Same here. I gotta go put that little lady down. She's a terror. Hey, a 1-year-old with teeth and can't and doesn't try to understand. Oh my goodness.
Man, man. Nick, man, I am glad you jumped on.
Me too.
You've been a very active participant in the Facebook group, and thanks for the social shares, man. I really appreciate it, and I think it's a good thing to network. Marcus, you joined the group, right? Yeah.
This week here, I made a promise to myself to get active on Facebook, so I am joining the group tonight.
Good, dude. I'm gonna email you a link to the group right now, my friend.
Okay, yeah, I made a promise to myself. I have to get active on Facebook.
Listen, dude,
Well, we need to support the group too. I mean, we need to get active in there with Eric, so he's not the Lone Ranger standing out there. Him and Nick and a couple other guys are the only guys that are doing much. So we
listen,
need to.
I hated Facebook. I really did. Right? Like I got so burned out on it. I was so sick of it. But ever since I created this group, it's good. It's a great
Well,
thing.
as soon as we get off, I'm joining. I'm going to go over there and click on it, and I'm on. And I make it a point to stay on Facebook a couple times a day. So, and I'm going
to groups, Marcus, man. Get it. I'm telling you right now, Marcus. Join groups. I'll send you a link to some of the active groups I'm a part of, man.
Okay.
Some of these groups have a ton of people. They're all engaged. They all help each other, right? And it's just really one of those things where if you approach one of these groups and you join and you just say, hey, I run this local T-shirt business. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. Would just love some marketing advice or tips or whatever. People will not only give you that stuff, but they'll also ask for you to print shirts for them. Dude.
I need that.
You know what I mean?
So I need that.
So you just have to approach these groups correctly. But if you approach them correctly and you word your posts correctly, you'll get business from it, man.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely. I've all of my sales have been through Facebook groups.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. See?
It's perfectly crafted post, and you'll get it every time.
Okay. Well, all right. I need to talk to the pen. That's what we're gonna call Flip, the pen.
There you go. Hey, I'll write you some copy. You just send it out. How's that?
That sounds like a plan. The pen.
That's awesome, man. Cool. Hey, man. Definitely, I had a great time, Marcus. Man, we're gonna get you set up. You'll have the floor most of the time in 2 weeks, my friend, for sure.
Okay. I have some interesting stuff, and I'm going to put it all on the table so you can see what I'm doing.
Let's do some.
I'm tired of spinning in circles.
Let's do some accountability goals real quick before we get off.
Okay.
Something we're gonna all accomplish before the next meeting.
I want to.
Go ahead, Nick.
Video. Sorry, I'm going to shoot my next Facebook video and boost it, probably for a $20 boost, and see where it goes this time. I did a $5 boost last week, got 1,000 views, 2,500 reach, 14 leads, and 2 sales.
Perfect. Perfect. So Nick's doing a Facebook video. Marcus, what are you gonna do? You gonna get on Facebook?
No, actually, I have a small project I've been sitting on for years, and it's still based around shirts. But I have this idea that at one time I pitched it to Atlantic Records, and they put me in contact with a couple directors out in Hollywood. They told me to develop these characters. I had these characters that are based around the medical marijuana industry.
Okay.
And the name of the crew, they're going to be called the Edibles. Instead of the Incredibles, they're the Edibles. And and when I was laughing, I was just drinking at a wedding, and the guy sat down with me and said, yo, this sounds like it can go somewhere. He said, if you develop it a little bit more, I'll put you in contact with my people in California. And he did it. So now it's up to me to put the thing out. So.
Okay. All right. So Marcus is going to get on Facebook, and then he's going to... And then he's gonna make some progress on the edibles. I like that, man.
Yeah, on the edibles, yeah.
Okay.
So.
Flip.
I'm gonna complete the minimum viable product on my website and put it out there and start posting.
MVP site, publish content.
Yep.
Great.
Publishing content.
And I'm gonna launch Marketing Market. You didn't really hear about that, Marcus. Marketingmarket.net is I'll fill you in on that.
I heard about it. I was listening.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to launch marketingmarket.net. It'll be live by then with at least 2 podcast episodes about it. Nick dropped off. It looked like his signal finally gave out. So, or he got sick of us laughing. So.
Quick question for you, Eric.
Yeah.
Up until recently, I've been putting out about 100 emails a week.
Okay.
I think I need to go higher with that. I mean, I don't see a reason why I can't send out a couple hundred in a week. And I
Yep.
also need to start using my list. I have an extensive list that I've never tapped into.
Okay.
So I was thinking about going with Zoho through. Does Mike still work with those guys?
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start messing around with that. I need to do it because I'm leaving a lot on the table. I'm coming to find out.
Yeah, dude, do it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'll put you two in touch. Or you have his email,
Yeah, I
don't you?
got his info. Yeah, I hit him up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll help you out with that. 110%, dude. For sure.
Oh, and Stuart also got back in contact with me too.
Did he?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He got back in
Good.
contact with me.
Good.
And Rohan looked out for me too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, man. Click on that link, Marcus. Join the group.
Right now. So,
Slacker.
guys, I know you got to go. I got to put my little lady to sleep, and then I'm headed to the shop. And I'll be sending the my letter out in a few minutes so you guys can check it out and tell me
Do
what
that.
you think.
Sounds good, man. I'll be looking for it.
Take that red pen out your hand, Flip. I don't want you to mark it all up.
I bleed all over that thing, man.
Oh, God. All right, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
All right, see ya.
All right,
Later.
bye-bye.
Bye.